All right, it's officially the first driving day of Power Tour. We're at my house here. We're gonna be heading down to Joliet now. We got about a 45-minute drive down to Joliet, and then we're gonna be on Route 66, headed to Rantoul this evening. I've driven the truck about 4 hours the last 2 days, back and forth to Joliet twice, and we've had no issues, nothing to be concerned about at this point. So let's hope that keeps up and we make it to Rantoul in one piece. I've got Dad with me, and we're gonna head out now. All right, we made our first stop here. We were at Casey's, just south of Dwight, or just north of Dwight actually. No issues yet. The one thing that we are having a little bit is that we're getting a little belt squeal. So I'm gonna pop the hood here, take a look, see if we've got a problem. What happens is once that V-belt starts to slip, it just continues to slip until we drop the RPMs and it picks the belt back up. So I'm gonna check and see what the belt tension's like, make sure we're not blasting any overflow from the radiator tank, from the coolant tank, overflow tank onto the belt, and see what might be causing our slipping. All right, so it's definitely the power steering belt. I can see that's slipping. I don't see anything. It's not wet. There's nothing on there. We don't have anything out of the overflow here, so may just be, and the belt's nice and tight, so may just be getting warm from sitting in traffic. Everything else looks good though. Well, Dad and I made it on our first stop down in Rantoul. No issues. I will say one minor issue. That little belt squeal we were getting turned out to be the alternator adjustment bar had come loose. The lock nuts had backed off, and so the belt was getting progressively looser as we were driving. Turned out eventually we couldn't get it to stop squealing until we figured out that that's what was going on. But fixed that, no more squeal. Made it down here to Rantoul. Now the bummer is that is rain coming right for us, and this is just after yesterday where we were at the track for an hour. Today we're here less than an hour, and we're getting rained on. So we're gonna get rained on here pretty quick. So we're gonna quick take a lap and check out all the cars. There are all kinds of cars streaming out right now. Definitely one of the coolest things about Power Tour is just the huge variety of vehicles you see out here. We're really enjoying it so far. We're having a good day. We're gonna go get some shots. I'll show you guys some of my favorites, and then we're gonna pack up and get out of here before we get poured on. Well, that didn't take long. We got poured on almost as soon as we got here. Yesterday, Jeff and I got caught out in the rain about an hour after we got to the track. Today was about 45 minutes, so that's all right. We'll get to check out a bunch of cars tomorrow. We're going to hit the road a little bit earlier tomorrow, but we're not going anywhere for a while anyways, because it is an absolute parking lot out here. You just can see this. These are all people trying to leave. There's no point in even trying right now. As soon as the rain started, everyone bolted for their cars, and every exit is jammed up right now. Morning, guys, from traveling day 2, day 3 of the Power Tour. We had some pretty good luck yesterday, not too many issues. One thing that kept coming up is we were having this drain on the battery. So we're thinking it might have been an alternator. Well, first we thought it was a battery issue, so we ran around last night, finally found a battery. Of course, when I put that battery in the battery box, I happened to pick a battery with a unique size. So it took us a while to find one. We finally got one from O'Reilly's. Got that put in, headed home, and realized that that really wasn't the issue. We were just sitting around like 12 volts, and it would kind of charge, but not really charge. This morning we went through the truck, checked the oil, checked all the vitals, did all that stuff, and what we found was, or what I found was that the stud on the back of the alternator was loose. Went ahead and got that tightened up. No other issues on the road aside from that belt coming loose on us. So we've been having a lot of fun so far. Dad's ready for round 2 today. We're gonna get fueled up here. We're gonna get ice in the cooler and we're gonna hit the road. All right, so Dad and I made it down to St. Louis. It is a scorcher down here today. It's so hot, but a lot of fun. This place is absolutely packed. We are parked, it's kind of cool. We're actually parked on the NASCAR track, which is pretty neat. Went and watched a bunch of drag racing, checked out a ton of cars. You guys are gonna see a few of our favorites, and just in general had a really good day. Awesome day driving today, zero issues whatsoever. We resolved our little alternator issue with that loose wire on the alternator, and no more belt issues, like literally zero issues today. Smooth sailing. It was a beautiful drive. I hope you guys enjoy some of that footage. We got off the beaten path a little bit, got out into the country, and man, it was just such a perfect day for a cruise. So we're gonna wrap things up here before too long, head back to the hotel, get a shower, a much needed shower, get some dinner, and then we're gonna be back on the road tomorrow.